it's crazy that his dad's voice is gone. Like, and then by the time his aunts and uncles are gone, that voice is gone.
Yeah, it's out. Yeah,
it's just gone. And
it's crazy because my dad's here, and I don't know what his voice sounds like saying "I love you" too. No. All right, we're gonna get into something deep.
Real deep.
Welcome to another episode of Careful Boys, where we have Mr. Depth of Your Soul expert, Anthony Lee.
That's him. Wow. World renowned.
Okay, this is a question that I think goes deep. I'm actually curious about this too. Like when you're alone and you're just like laying in bed and you're raw dog in the moment, you got no music or nothing. You're just alone with your thoughts. What goes through your mind?
Is this at night or like during the day or what?
Anytime that you're just alone with your thoughts, because like nowadays it's very easy to just, oh, nothing's happening, I'm gonna look at my phone.
Oh, yeah.
But when there's nothing there, there's nothing distracting you, no one's talking to you, no one's even around you, it's just you, where does your mind usually go?
Can I tell you something honest?
Yeah.
The one that pops up the most is, I wonder what my dad was going through.
Damn.
Yeah, that's that's the one that pops up the most. Because I still don't know, right? I don't have any answers, nothing is, it's like an unsolved mystery. So a lot of it, and I think because I am in fatherhood, I'm like, ever since me and Gio were together, all he ever pushed for is to have a grandkid. Mm-hmm. So like now that your grandkid is here, what made you go, I want to bounce? And then I try to put myself in his shoes. I'm like, at what point would I want to bounce if all I wanted was for Taika to have a grandson? So I'm like, you got what you wanted.
right.
And instead of enjoying it, you're like, peace out.
You're like Irish goodbye.
Yeah. So I'm like, what could that be? So that's
Wow.
the thoughts that goes.
Recurring, interesting.
That's like the thing that pops up the most because it's like the most unsolved mystery,
Do you have any inkling?
Not at all.
Damn.
But then does he think in logical, order?
Was he like you?
He's very logical, but in his way.
So even if it's like not like a consistent logic with his own community, like it's his logic, therefore it works.
Yeah. Like, for example, he went to like fucking Costco and he bought 8 pairs of Kirkland shoes because he calculated how many pairs of shoes.
How fast they wear out?
Yeah, and then he was like, okay, so by the time I die, I only need 8 more pairs and it's on sale right now. So I just have 8 pairs of these Kirkland.
And he told you that?
Yeah, because I saw a stack. I'm like, why'd you buy 8 pairs of the same shoes? And then he was like, oh, I calculated how many more lives I mean, how much.
It's so practical.
But he only ended up wearing 1 or 2 more pairs. There's 6 extra pairs he didn't go through.
Could have bought the box set.
Because he fucking changed his plans. Yeah, he changed his plans.
Damn. Dude, yeah, that's a good one, man.
That's a really good one.
I feel like you're probably going to be thinking
Enough shoes for the rest of his life.
for the rest of your life.
But do you feel like though, like there are some unsolved mysteries where like the answer also won't bring you peace?
Yeah, I don't think it'll bring me peace, but it's just one of those that I think it's so deep, it's subconscious, so that when my thoughts are quiet, it's the first one that arises before I start thinking about other stuff.
Is there like a blanket answer that you give yourself to be able to at least move on from that thought?
I think it's just, I'll never know. I'll just never know.
There's a peace with it almost? Like they'll never know?
I think I'm at peace, but at different moments, I kind of experience different versions of that. So I think like let's say if it was like a ball, it's like, I'll never know. And then there's times where I'm like a slightly more angry version of I'll never know. Or like, let's say I have a really touching moment with Taika and I'm like, it's a kind of like sad tearjerker version of the I don't know. Or there's like things like, let's say I'm wondering things man to man, then it'll be like a more curious version of the I don't know. It's just I don't know, but which is different. Like,
You'll probably
Leave a note. Come on.
Leave a note.
Note out there. Leave a note.
You'll probably think about it a lot too. Every milestone Taika has, it's like, come on, man, you could have been here for this.
Yeah, that's how I think all the time. That's how I think all the time.
That's why I do think, like, as much as I disagree with it, don't do it, but like leaving a note just absolves that. Like, at least people understand what the hell went on. Like,
Yeah.
as sad as it is.
It's
Some closure.
Yeah,
For the people around you, at least.
right.
It's weird because when my cousin had killed himself, he left a note, but it was nothing but positive things, and it was even more confusing.
Wow.
All right, don't leave a note.
Because he killed himself when he was like, I think he was 15.
It's like a J.J. Abrams show. Like, all right, cool, dude.
No, it was just like, thank you to, he was saying thank you to his mom and dad, like, you're the best parents, I don't even deserve you, you're just so good and all. It was nothing but like great things, and he didn't give one hint as to why he was like.
And so you guys were left even with more questions?
They have no clue, yeah. Yeah, that was really weird.
You know what I always think about is, so when I lived in Virginia, there was a family next to us called the Lears. And there was a woman named Geraldine, and she was always so nice to my family and everybody. And she's like this southern lady from Georgia, and she was just the downest, like, I don't know, homely person. And when we moved out of Fairfax to move to San Diego, I remember we said goodbye, and it was like very tearful and stuff. And it was like, well, we'll see you soon, you know. And then I found out like 3 years later that she died like 2 months later in a drunk driver killed her while she was like on a road trip.
What the heck?
Yeah, and I didn't even know. Like, I didn't even know for like years. And for years I just thought about this family and how much I love those guys.
Oh, man.
And then just my mom one day is like, I just found out that Geraldine, like, I was old enough that my mom was like needing somebody to talk to about it. And she's like, I just found out Geraldine died like years ago. And like, because my mom was trying to reach out to
So you've been imagining where they are now and everything?
yeah, all that stuff. And she had just had a baby, and like,
That's crazy.
it was like so sad, man. But I always think about her and just like, I don't know, like Anthony Lee, the duality of man, like where you just like think to yourself, like, you love people and you just don't know when they're going to be taken from you, and like how great they are, and you just don't know how quick it could happen, because she had her whole life ahead of her as far as I know. She's 40 something years old, maybe barely, like maybe she's our age right now, and then like she was just gone in 2 months, and like I was like, we'll see you later, because that's what everyone does.
Damn, yeah.
No, I think about that a lot.
Jeez.
It made me think of that even just with the Charlie Kirk stuff.
Me too, bro.
Because you know when the videos pop up, it's not like there's a caption or a title.
Yeah.
So you don't even know that it's like gun violence, right, or whatever, right? You just go, oh, cool, he's speaking. And then you're like, what the fuck? And I'm like, damn, people can go at any time.
And then seeing that empty chair there, on like that's being hosted by all these
Bonkers.
I'm just like, it's just weird. I mean, that's how death happens all the time. But it's just weird to me because like when people are creators, we're all creators, right? But you kind of don't think of them as humans. So like you don't.
Even more so if you don't agree with what they're saying.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but what I mean by like not as humans is like they're like characters.
Yeah, for sure.
So like
You don't know them. No.
yeah, and cartoon characters and actors don't die like that. You know what I mean? Like they just don't disappear. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's weird because you expect them to pop out again and being like, it was a prank,
Right,
bro. It was
right.
a social experiment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. What kind of stuff do you think about when it's just
I mean, well, honestly, now that we're on the topic of life and death in that way, like my sister's mother-in-law just passed away, so that has been a lot in my thoughts,
dang.
because I mean she was 85.
Like the mortality of things.
Yeah, just the mortality of it, but and also like your connection to it, right? Because, for example, she just had her 85th birthday, but me and Nina couldn't make it. And I'm talking like this is a mother-in-law where I only have one sister, so this is the one mother-in-law that she has that has been around at every family function, every holiday, at me and Nina's wedding, at like Christmas, you know, New Year's, Thanksgiving, birthdays, whatever. She's always there. And I think you kind of like separate the idea. It's like, oh, it's like my sister's mother-in-law, therefore it's like cordial family, but you don't like ever dive so deep. but then she's always talking about you with her family. She brings like gifts during the holidays for you. She does all this stuff, and then it's her 85th birthday. I couldn't make it because I'm out of town type stuff. I'm like, oh, you know, like you just think life keeps going. You'll catch them on the next one, and then suddenly they're just gone, and you weren't around for it, and so you don't realize the impact, you know, until somebody's missing, and then next thing you know, me and Nina are like, we're trying to reflect on and pay tribute in this moment by just like giving a prayer in the car. We're sitting in the car and we're like, you know, we should send up a prayer because she was very religious. And then we give this prayer and then we just start bawling ourselves.
Damn.
You know, just by ourselves.
Just you two in the car.
Yeah, just us two. And not realizing like how much that, you know, if a person has value on you and how impactful they are. And then, you know, every other day you just randomly are thinking about something because now they're no longer there.
Yeah.
So you just, so nowadays, for sure, she's in my thoughts. You know, I think in a beautiful way though, right? Like she lived a
that's a good
long
thing,
and beautiful life, and she was very loving and was very loved.
Lots of family around.
Yeah,
her,
lots of family around. But yeah, that you know, definitely kind of supersedes a lot of mindless thoughts. I think when you're really alone in your thoughts, you don't, you know, you're not just copping out to like your brain rot or your routine of picking up your phone or looking at random shit.
Yeah.
And you actually think about something you care about. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's what goes on in a lot of your guys' minds when it's silent. Like it's people that passed away.
Sometimes
That's recent.
another one too for me is I can hear my grandma's voice saying "I love you too" because I just lost her a couple years ago, and like I just think about how crazy it is that I'm probably like in the last generation of anyone who will remember my grandma's voice and what it sounded like. Oh. And like nobody will know that and how much that meant to me. Like, cause my buddy, for example, his dad was murdered when he was like very young. So he was just telling me recently, he's like, I'll never know what my dad's voice sounds like. And I was like, that's crazy. Cause like, I know what my grandma's voice sounds like when she's saying I love you too, which is big for me, right? I'll never forget. I can hear it right now. But then I go like, it's crazy that his dad's voice is gone. Like, and then by the time his aunts and uncles are gone, that voice is gone.
Yeah, it's out. Yeah.
It's just gone. And
It's crazy because my dad's here and I don't know what his voice sounds like saying I love you too.
No. Yeah, damn. To have no record at all is pretty wild.
Well, my thoughts are in between my dad, and then it's tight that my dick still gets hard in the morning. And it's just like a random rotation of like,
He's thinking how hard he is after thinking about his dad.
and then I go, I hope the fucking we're still having another bull run with Bitcoin.
I think about that when I wake up.
That's what gets my dick hard.
When I wake up.
It's a fucking whirlwind of random thoughts like that. Is when I'm laying in bed.
In this house, we say GM. We say good morning only. We don't say good night. We say good morning because it's all about the next day, bitch. It's all about the bull run.
I say sleep tight.
It is funny because I think
Nighty night.
with your phone now, like it's so scary to enter that space, for me at least, when there's nothing I can be distracted by because I'm so used to doing like multitasking and doing a bunch of stuff.
So used to being distracted.
Yeah, like once it slows down, like I can't even, as odd as it sounds, I have to have something on even when I'm taking a shower. Wow. Like I put a video on my phone and I put it on the mantle and I'm taking a shower because I need something there because I feel like it throws me off so hard when I have nothing else.
You think you're scared of your own thoughts or where the thoughts are gonna go?
I think I'm scared of like where it'll end up. Not that like it's gonna be disastrous, but like there's a lot of stuff I think naturally without realizing it we put off thinking about because we don't have to. And there's so much like cloudiness that in your whole day that you conveniently forget about those things. And then I don't know what I'm gonna think about and I don't know what I'll remember. And I'm scared that it'll be something that I forgot.
You'd be like, did I put a bunch of gay magnets on Joe's car?
And I'm just driving around. Why is everyone slowing down around me?
Why is everybody coming up to me going like, ooh?
And then I'm just gonna lay there and go, oh yeah.